Good afternoon. Welcome to this special webinar on ESS BIZTOOLS featuring Debtors Management. I trust that you're having a very enjoyable day. Our keynote speaker in this presentation today is going to be Damian, the Managing Director of IODM, and Damian will be talking to you very shortly. In the first instance, I just wanted to share with you a chart which we have on the structure of ESS BIZTOOLS to make you familiar with what we're going to be discussing today. ESS BIZTOOLS covers a wide range of matters to assist accountants to present business advisory services to your clients. And the key material that we're going to be looking at today is within business advisory services, which has a number of products that are prepared, ready for use with accountants. There's also a complete introductory segment to look at the process of getting an accountancy business ready to offer business advisory services. We also produce a monthly newsletter which is called Business Plus, which is prepared so that accountants can badge it and send it to their clients. We have mentoring and coaching modules to assist in the delivery of ideas to clients on new products and services. Leadership modules have been prepared for use within your own firm to develop leadership skills amongst your own team members. Papers, there's 500 odd papers targeted at small, medium enterprises to assist in the delivery of services to them. Seminars, there's 34 seminars within the system. And we have a separate site, ESS BizGrants, which assists in identification of grants for small, medium enterprises. If you have any questions during the webinar today, could you please type your question in to the computer, and we will and then raise your hand, and we will get back to you a little bit later in the webinar. We have within business advisory services training modules to assist you to get ready to offer business advisory services. And then we have the product modules. These are pre-prepared, ready-to-use product modules that you can start using to earn professional fees from offering a wider range of services other than taxation. Today's subject is debtors management, and we're going to have a quick overview of the debtors management system within ESS BIZTOOLS. The system is controlled by a procedure control form, and I'll bring that up so that you can get an appreciation of what's included. This is a document which you would badge with your logo and firm name so that it's clearly identified as being your document, and that's how you can badge every article produced by ESS BIZTOOLS. And the procedure control form guides you through these segments. The quotation, we have a standard form to assist in the preparation of a quotation. You don't have to use that, of course, but if you wish, the template's there. We have some preamble briefing material for the accounting team that's going to undertake the assignment after you've received acceptance of your quotation. There's a debtors review questionnaire, which we're going to have a look at in a moment. And there's various briefing material, mainly for the accountancy firm's use to identify the weaknesses within the client's debtors system. We have systems evaluation templates, which you might recommend some of those to your clients. And we have debtors monitoring templates and debtors reporting templates in a complete system. So I'm just going to go through and look for a couple of these items and just show you how the system works. We're going to bring up the Debtors Review Questionnaire. This is a form which you would badge with your name, and it's a detailed questionnaire to enable a due diligence review to be undertaken by your self or one of your accountants with your client to ascertain what their current situation is. Now, this might have come about because you've discussed debtors days outstanding, and the clients indicated, first of all, what's that? Some of them don't know what debtors days outstanding means. You're then being able to calculate that, and you've discovered it's nearly 60 days. You'd be able to point out to them that the Dun & Bradstreet estimate of debtors days outstanding is 51.8 days at present, and here they are running at 60. And you should be able to calculate for them what the extra cash flow that they have tied up in their debtors days outstanding. The next area we might look at is some briefing material that's within the system to assist in debtors management. These are forms which will assist in the due diligence review, whereby your team would be going through and identifying changes that might need to be made within the current debtors system being utilised by the firm. And if we go through and have a look at a couple of other items which we have been directed by the control form in normal operational activities, there's a form to assist the opening of a debtors account. I suspect one of the reasons so many of our clients have got problems with debtors management is that there wasn't a proper form completed in the first instance and submitted to them that they could undertake some reviews on to check the bona fides of their new customer. It's no use getting someone else's problems. The system also includes some other forms like a welcome to new customer letter. This is a letter which would assist your clients to confirm the terms of trade that they've entered into with their new customer. And a couple of the other things that we have within the system which will help in controlling debtors includes the debtors days outstanding calculator. In my experience, many small medium enterprises don't know how to calculate this figure. So we have a form within the system which will assist them to do that calculation. And also we have a form which will help in the debtors reduction checklist. It's all very well for accountants to say to clients you need to reduce your debtors by $100,000, and Damian's going to give you some good insight on how to do that in a moment utilising the IODM system. But this is a form which helps the client to plan who they are going to approach to get those big items of debtors paid. So they can record the name of the debtor, what they're targeting to collect. More importantly, who's going to have the job of going and getting that money from their client. Then they can monitor on a weekly basis the progress that's been achieved in collecting those debtors' amounts. In this whole process, I'm continually reminded of a comment that was made at the Smith Inc. conference last year, the ATSA conference in Melbourne in October, when one of the key speakers was the second Commissioner of Taxation, who indicated that whilst there's going to be some substantial changes to accountancy over the next few years and accountancy practices with the standard business reporting introduction, he then indicated that small and medium enterprises currently owe about 62% of the debt owing to the taxation office, which is completely out of proportion to what it should be. And his recommendation was that accountants should concentrate more on becoming cash flow management consultants to their clients. This is one way you can do it. Improve your clients' debtors management systems. So to tell you how this can be done and to give you an insight into these type of presentations, we're now switching across to Damian Arena from IODM, who will be able to give you an insight into the IODM system.
Thanks, Peter. Just a quick check. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay, yeah.
Okay, good. Hi, everyone. Thanks very much for taking the time to join us today. I was going to take you through a quick and simple observation, a few stats of what's happening out there in the marketplace, how accountants can be involved in generating new revenue streams. More importantly, it's something a lot of clients are asking for from their accountants, but no one really knows what to do with it. So hopefully, I'm just going to show you what the problem is, what the solution is, and how accountants can get involved. So I'll make it as painless as possible for you. What the business problem, so the first thing we did is we wanted to identify what is the business problem out there in the marketplace, and whether we like it or not, that's the accountants on the left-hand side there pulling his hair out, because you manage your clients, you see what they do, and unfortunately most of them got their head in the sand about what happens with debtors. They just accept the fact that it's a number on the balance sheet, but they're always trying to work out why is my cash flow so tight. So we've identified one of the problems is they know there's a problem, but they don't want to do anything about it. And a few stats just to ratify what we're talking about, and coming back to what Peter was saying before. Now, the national payment terms are averaging at around 52 to 53 days, and 2/3 of business are paying their debtors late. But more importantly, the 61 to 90 days and the 90 days plus is getting bigger and bigger every year. So it's not getting better; it's actually getting worse. And with the current economic climate and with the GFC still lingering, people are taking longer to get paid. And of course, the main bloodline to any business is your cash flow. Again, a few more statistics just to identify the problem is there's over 2 million SME, or 2 million businesses in Australia, to which approximately 1.5, so 3/4, are SMEs that are paid late. And an interesting statistic from the Commonwealth Bank is $630 million per annum is wasted on people chasing their own debtors. And debt collectors, phone calls, emails, text, it's about 65 million times a year. So it's not a matter of it's an isolated incident, it's very much an epidemic Australia-wide and globally. And just to understand how big this market is, the debt recovery industry itself in Australia generates approximately $1.8 billion, that's with a B, per annum. That's got a 5% growth, and about $6 billion in bad debts are farmed out to these collection companies. So, I mean, I suppose what you should start doing at the moment, everyone, is have a think about who your clients are and what their ledger looks like. So what we did is we worked closely with people like Xero, MYOB, Intuit, and other software companies, and at one of their roadshows we took a survey and we said, okay, what are you doing about your poor pays? What does the average SME or medium-sized corporate do? And unfortunately 62% said not much due to lack of resources. They're too busy chasing the next sale or filling the order. Unfortunately, debtors is one of the last things on their mind, and no one likes ringing and chasing money up. So again, it comes back to that second slide, they bury their head in the sand. So we thought, okay, what about if we offer you a an automated system, an application that cuts 5 hours into 5 minutes. It's a set and forget system. You just need to address it 5 minutes every week. And believe it or not, only 17%, yeah, I think we'll do this. The rest are still like, look, I'm a manufacturer, I'm not a debt collector. They'll eventually pay. But then when they look at their ledger, the numbers are extraordinary. And like we mentioned before, $6 billion in debts. So then we said, okay, well, today's the day and age of outsourcing. Would you outsource your debtor management or your accounts receivable to your trusted accountant or bookkeeper? And most of them said, yes, we would. We'd rather hand that functionality over to our accountant or our bookkeeper or our lawyer, but was predominantly accountants. They're our trusted advisor. They do all our work already. This is just another bit we'd like to give to them. So we said, okay, well, we can accommodate because with our white label version and under our certified partner program, accounting firms can do this, and I'll touch upon that in a moment. So as well as identifying what the problem is and what the solution is, what are the experts saying about this? And anyone would think we paid cash for comments with Mark Burris because he pretty much says it. Hire someone to chase your invoices and get back to working on your day-to-day business. And that's exactly what our survey highlighted. SMEs or corporates don't want to worry about their debtors. They'd rather somebody else do it. They'd rather worry about refining their business. They want to work on their business, not in the business. Dun & Bradstreet SME Association. So it just ratifies that the problem is real and we need to do something about that. Now this slide pretty much just describes what happens on a day-to-day sale and how your dollar depreciates every time it sits in your accounts receivable ledger. So if you're working on a cash economy, you sell something for $100, you get $100 in your bank. Fantastic. Reality is not everyone operates under a cash economy. So every day that invoice is sitting on your accounts receivable ledger, it's depreciating in value. So your $100 sale might actually go down to 70, 60, 50 in real terms. And the way it depreciates is loss opportunity, write-off costs, overdraft rates. If it goes to a collection company, it's going to cost you, 10, 15, 25%. So it erodes your margin. And we see with a lot of our clients using the system, pre-IODM, they're actually losing money on the job. So the $100 job with a margin of $50 was actually costing them $60 because of these costs. And it's a hidden cost that no one realizes. And what happens, a lot of business don't realize that they should probably not do the sale in the first place. Then they're scratching their head saying, but I'm turning over money. I don't understand why I'm losing money. And this is one of the main reasons why. Now this slide pretty much puts it in the snapshot where IODM or where debtor management fits into what we've been talking about. Any business, doesn't matter who it is, goes out and makes the sale. It might take 6, 7 months to get a sale over the line. The sale's done, the invoice is raised. Now, you're sitting there waiting for that to be paid. Until that invoice is paid, there's no cash in the bank. Once the cash comes in the bank, then your business cycle kicks off. You pay your bills, you construct your P&L, balance sheets, compliance work, so forth and so on. So between that invoicing and the cash in bank, IODM is the functionality that becomes the missing link. And that's where a lot of accounting firms we're working with and a lot of SME clients we're working with, they sit back and they go, I actually understand this picture more than anything else. I've solved it, I've invoiced it. Now I need to use some sort of automation or some sort of system and procedure in place to get my money in. And like Peter brought up before, you need to have your initial work being your forms, your due diligence on the client to find out who their clients are and why they're not paying. And then once you've got that established, there might be credit checks or director's guarantees, whatever forms are filled out by your clients, then it's okay, I've got that piece of the puzzle done. Now how do I action that? And this is where the system comes in. So the solution, how do we turn an angry person like before into 2 happy campers like we see here? So the system in a nutshell, and I'm not going to bore you by doing demos or anything like that, this slide pretty much says it all. The system has APIs with Xero, MYOB, QuickBooks. It's got a CSV file you can extract from, an Excel, cut and paste. So it works totally agnostic with any software you have. So again, think of your clients and who they use. And what the system does is it extracts all the invoices from the system, it goes into our system, and it loads up the first reminder letter. Now the first reminder letter is what your client is doing now. The difference is what your client is doing now takes probably a couple of hours just to get through the A's. Our system will take 500, 500, 5,000 invoices, put it into our engine room, and generate the first reminder letter. Now the reminder letter is nice and soft. It's not too intimidating. It's to say, hi, how you going? Peter, you owe Damian some money. You might have overlooked it. Could you please pay it? And it says, please pay your client. And it's got your client's logo on the top left-hand corner. So it's got a bit of ownership. Simultaneously, you can send out an SMS. So again, within 5, let's say 10 minutes, we're being generous, you can contact 500 of your client's debtors via an email and via an SMS. Now, one thing we realized when we were investigating the market is even if the people or your clients can get the first reminder letter out, by the time they get to Friday, they're only up to the C's or D's or E's in the ledger. There's no follow-up work. So week 2, they go to F, G, H, so forth and so on. So there's no follow-up. What our system does is after 7 days, and it's compliance driven, after 7 days the system will come back and say, okay Peter, has Damian paid? Now again, because you've got the API with 0 MYOB, if your accounts have been reconciled, it'll settle it on our system. Then it'll say, okay, Peter hasn't paid, would you like to send a second reminder letter with an SMS? You click yes and away it goes. Again, it takes 5-10 minutes to manage one client with 5 or 5,000 debtors. And the system goes again, 7 days after that, has Peter paid? Yes, he has. Settled. No, he hasn't. Would you like to send a debt collection letter? So within 28 days, you can see here, and I'll just get my mouse if you can see this, it sends out 2 nice reminder letters, and then it sends out 2 soft collection letters, all with an SMS. Now, nothing goes out unless you hit the go button. So again, if you decide, well, I don't want to contact this client, you just deselect them. If a client rings you up and says, look, the dog ate my invoice, can you send me another one? You can put a note in the system and you can say, do not contact for 3 weeks' time. So the system is very dynamic where it allows you to work within certain parameters. After the 28 days, if you still haven't been paid, the system allows you to send it to a debt collection company for further action. Again, nothing goes through unless you hit the go button. And also one of the features the system has is you can fee fund or do invoice financing anywhere along the system by just clicking a fee funding button. So that's the system in a nutshell. What the system also does is what's called white labeling. So we'll set up with all the accounting firms with their own white label system, so it looks, smells, feels like your own product. You can load all your clients up onto one dashboard, and then from there you can drill down into your client and work on their behalf. So you don't have to log off and log on every single time. You just log on once, you've got your dashboard, and you can do this on behalf of your clients. This is just a simple dashboard. It's the home screen, just so you can see what it looks like. The system is a very robust engine room, but the front of house is very, very simple. We've designed it to keep it simple for, I'm an accountant by trade, I don't like seeing a million screens. I just want to get in, get the job done and go out. So what this screen here is telling us is, it tells you the name of the company, the name of the person, the contact person, the invoice number. This part here just acknowledges that yes, we have a mailing address, an email address, and a mobile phone number, or a contact number. If we just come down here, the third one down, there's no contact number. So the system automatically tells you the credibility of the data. And what we find is a lot of data, the old saying, junk in, junk out, a lot of these contact details are not in there, so that poses part of the problem why they're not being paid. It shows you the date of the invoice, how old it is, the amount, and what status, if it's new, if it's at letter 1, letter 2, and the system says this is a new one, and your next action is reminder letter 1, and the action date. That's in your home screen. You just go upload 0, and all the information comes in here. And if you're okay with that, you go to select, and in the select screen, which will go here, this is the select screen now. In the select screen it says, here's all the people you want to contact. Do you want to send an SMS? Do you want to send an email? Do you want to fee fund it? And you hit notify debtors. That's how simple it is. So it's not designed for you to start analysing data and working out what's going on. It says, you owed some money, have these people paid, yes or no? Is there a reason why they haven't paid? You can put that in your comments, you hit go. That's how simple the system looks. Now, one thing is we've spoken about debtors. We know there's a problem out there. There's a problem. We've worked out the solution where they can outsource it to their accounting firm. And just a few comments from the Smithling conferences, the Rob Nixon conferences, the Wayne Schmidt, a lot of these experts in the field. And these are just some quotes from them. The cloud accounting will be installed today over 90% of small to medium-sized businesses. Unfortunately, with accounting firms, compliance is becoming a thing of the past. It will still exist, but it will not be part of your revenue stream, or the revenue stream that's making you a good bottom line at the moment. Accountants have to become a bit more dynamic, more business coaching, more consultants. Compliance prices will plummet. There'll be no time-based billing. So it's all about advisory services. And with IODM, with a simple thing of offering an advisory service or a we'll do it for you debt management service, the accounting firm offering this to their clients as an outsourced function, you could generate revenues from $100 to $1 million in revenue, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. So the problem's twofold. One is people need to get paid, no one's getting paid. The solution is automation. The other problem is accountants are looking for new ways of generating new fees by offering new service to their clients. Again, via our certified partner program, with ESS BIZTOOLS, there's a solution as well. The IODM accountant's difference. Well, part of the certified partner program, we're not just a software company where we say, here it is, knock yourself out. We work with you, with ESS BIZTOOLS, we work with you with, here's the manuals, here's how you market it, what does your client want to see. So we hold your hand and we very much get as involved as you'd like us to be. It's solving a real-time problem. It's not a feel-good product where people say, well, I know a bit more about forecasting now and your client might not want it, but it's a feel-good product. It's a real tangible problem that solves a problem. Cash is king. It's a full AR solution from end to end. So we keep bolting on systems onto it. There's going to be credit checking coming up. So different ways to help you help your client. It has a debtor finance interface, which is helpful for the accounting firm, where you can get your money financed up front from your debtors and your clients pay that off. The velocity to cash, which is the most important part, people get paid quicker. It's compliance driven, you're in control, it's fully scalable, but more important, it's a new value-add service that your clients, all the surveys are saying it, your clients are screening for something like this, now you can offer it to them. But more importantly, you can start introducing a new revenue stream to the practice. Again, the difference, just recapping, it's value add. It sits on an international platform, so we can work anywhere here or abroad. We can tailor make the application if need be. With the super user privileges, you get to see all your clients and all their debtors. And the system works across all different sectors, whether it's government, corporate, education, SME. The best way I'll tell our accounting firms is if your client has an accounts receivable ledger, the product's perfect for you. And again, just how it works. There's the accounting firm, there's the partners in the accounting firm, scales down to their clients, scales down to the debtors. So it becomes a one-to-many offering to your clients and to the firm. And most importantly, we know what the system does. We know how it's beneficial to the client. How does the accountant make money now? Well, under the white label version, like I mentioned, you get your dashboard. We can generate any type of reporting you'd like to see. Look, it takes about 5 minutes to manage a client's debtors portfolio. We say 10 minutes just to be conservative. Now, we have accounting firms out there that are charging approximately $250 per month to do this fee for service for their clients. So that's $250 plus our fee, which is about $110. So they're charging their client $360 per month. Now, the first roadblock we get is $360 a month. That's about $4,000. It is $4,000. But the stats show for every $50,000 sitting in your client's debtor's ledger, they're exposing themselves to $8,000. So that's the first compliance check to say you need to spend the $4,000 with the accounting firm. Compliance check number 2 is how long is it taking your current process? Now, we've got clients, we've got testimonials say, look, I got paid within 15 minutes. Reason being, it was a legitimate person that had forgotten about the bill. Other clients see their DSO dropping within the first 3 to 4 weeks, and they keep it and they maintain it. So, and also, who are they paying? Are they paying an accounts receivable person to do this now? That's costing them $30,000, $40,000, where outsource it to the accounting firm for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, whatever you think is fair to your client. But more importantly, now that cost center in your client can be turned into a revenue center by putting on a more proactive role. So again, one full-time person doing this 10 minutes, so an admin clerk doing it for 10 minutes, could basically service 150 clients. 150 clients at $250 is about close to $500,000 in new revenue per annum. Now, not everyone will put 150 clients on, but again, like I said, I'm an accountant by trade. Love my spreadsheets. Love working numbers. it just becomes simple mathematics. If you put 50 clients on, what's 150,000, or whatever you see fit. Again, we've got some clients that go, look, I've got a large manufacturer, it's got thousands of invoices. Well, you know, you just got to work out what's the cost to them at the moment, what will the new cost be, and what's the benefit in doing that. And that's it from me, everyone. Again, it was just a quick, here's what the system does, here's what the problem, here's the solution, and how accounting firms can be involved with us. With our certified partner program, again, we work with Pete. We provide you with marketing packs, how to roll it out to your clients. We're a very hands-on company where we can get as involved with marketing as you like, or we can stand away. And that's it. So thanks very much for listening to me for the last 20-odd minutes. And I need to hand this back to Pete now, which is going to be interesting, because I don't know how to do that. I'll change presenter. So again, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Damian. And what we just want to go back to now is the is within ESS BIZTOOLS. I just want to show you the SME Debtors Systems Manual, which is contained within the system. This is a package that's been pre-prepared to assist accountants. We'll just go through and bring up the SME Debtors Systems Manual. It's within a paper. Incidentally, subscribers to ESS BIZTOOLS can avail themselves of a special product offering from IODM. And if you wish to get further details on that, please contact us. And for our current subscribers, and some of you who are listening to this webinar today, you can go onto the system to find the details. What I'm showing you now is a template of a debtors systems manual that you might care to make available to your client after you've completed the debtors review. You would badge this with your firm name and who you've prepared the document for. The system contains a detailed systems manual to assist the person in your client's organization who has been given the difficult task of maintaining the debtors system. I think one of the reasons debtors days outstanding are so high is that a proper system hasn't been established in the first instance within most small medium enterprise businesses. At least this gives a template which you can edit if you wish to suit your own client's particular requirements. Gives that person who has got this job of monitoring the debtors a written system to guide them through the process. This manual will give an indication of the services that IODM provides, so that a user could in fact become aware of that system and talk to you about that. We recommend that this system be reviewed every year to make sure there's been no in-house variations. If there has, perhaps they need to be incorporated within the debtor systems manual, or they might be incorrect variations that need to be changed. You'll notice on the screen we've got mention of the Personal Property Securities Register. We have a complete due diligence system on the Personal Properties Securities Register within another segment of the Business Advisory Services modules. But this question here is really, or comments here, is to make a user aware of the enormous problems that can occur to a business through ignorance of the operations of the Personal Property Securities Act and its associated register. So that form is there to assist you to be able to supply your clients with a written system to assist them in better managing their debtors. And when this whole process is worked in conjunction with the IODM Debtors Management system on debt collection, it will give your clients the ability to substantially improve their cash flow position, in some cases by hundreds of thousands of dollars, because they have been able to reduce debtors' days outstanding from what they currently might be 53, 55, 60 plus days down to around 40 days can be a substantial cash flow improvement for a business. If you require any further information on how this system operates, you could please contact us and we'd be happy to supply you with the details. Just to finish this webinar then, I want to just refer to the pricing schedule because this is an open webinar. We do have some firms participating today who are not subscribers to ESS BIZTOOLS. If you're interested in having a look at our products, please go to our website www.essbiztools.com.au. The pricing schedule sets out the various packages we have: gold, silver, bronze, and business plus only. What's on the screen at present identifies the contents of each of those packages. The gold package, it's easy to describe. A subscriber to that package, which is where over 85% of our subscribers do subscribe to, receive everything that's contained within ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS Biz Grants. The subscription for that is $261.80 per month, or an upfront discounted price of $2,970. That gives a subscriber 24/7 access to the system to be able to utilize the entire package to assist in delivering business advisory services to your clients. So thank you very much for participating in this webinar today. If you, I'm just going to check the questions. Oh, sorry, there was no template showing on the screen then. I just noticed that message. We've had another question about the copyright material. All the material is copyrighted to ESS BIZTOOLS. A subscriber can include their name in the copyright statement. I'm not sure when the okay, my apologies. We've obviously had a problem that I hadn't been alerted to. Thank you for you people letting me know. I will just go back on and try to bring up that. Is that up there? What's up there? Is it there now? My apologies. When Damian left, I didn't click the right button to bring the screens back up. So what you missed seeing was the Debtors Systems Manual, which I will go back into to show you. I'm sorry about that. And we'll just show you that Debtors Systems Manual. This is a manual which is, I said before, you probably heard me. Well, you might not have heard me. This is a template of a Debtors Systems manual that you can produce to send to your client as part of your debtors review. You would obviously charge them for this as part of the process. It's a template that covers a wide range of activities relative to debtors. You can edit the template if you need to suit the client's own particular circumstances. You'll notice some of the forms that I referred to at the beginning of the webinar are shown. This is a detailed manual that's there to assist the person who's got the responsibility within your client's business of managing the debtors, to have a written system to guide them in the process. We recommend that each year you conduct a review of the debtors system within your client's business to ensure that everything is still proceeding in accordance with the manual. If there's been legitimate changes, we'd suggest that these are reflected within the manual, and perhaps you'll find that there's been changes which are not legitimate that you can advise to your client and have the proper processes reintroduced. We also refer to the Personal Property Securities Register because this is a very important issue for virtually every business, especially businesses that are offering credit to their customers. And obviously it covers a whole range of other issues when it comes to stock and motor vehicles, etc. But this webinar is concentrating on debtors management. So there's some very important issues relative to that legislation that are referred to in this manual, and hopefully they will act as a prompt to the person undertaking the work to make sure that they're familiar with the business's system relative to the Personal Property Securities Act and the Personal Property Securities Register. So that's the debtors system, which you can package and brand and send to your clients as part of a fee-for-service arrangement. And a number of the subscribers to ESS BIZTOOLS are using it for that purpose. What I just want to refer to now is the pricing schedule within ESS BIZTOOLS, because I'm aware that a number of you participating in this webinar today are not subscribers to ESS BIZTOOLS. We have a number of packages: Gold, Silver, Bronze and Business Plus. Only, I'm told my volume's dropped out now. The frustrations of live webinars. Some days everything works perfectly, and other days you have a few hiccups. My apologies for the hiccups. The screen's now showing you the products that apply to each of the packages. The easiest way to remember is that the Gold package includes everything that is available from ESS BizTools, including a subscription to ESS Biz Grants. The Gold package can be paid in monthly installments at $261.80 per month, including GST, or there is an upfront discounted price of $2,970. A subscriber receives 24/7 access per office to ESS BizTools and to ESS Biz Grants. If you would like to receive any further information or a detailed webinar on the operation of ESS BizTools or ESS Biz Grants, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we will arrange a webinar at a time suitable to you and your colleagues in your firm. So to contact us, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Once again, my apologies for the problems we had there on some of you viewing the, or all of you viewing the material in that changeover back from Damian. Please remember, we do have a special offering from IODM that's available to ESS BizTools subscribers that's built into the ESS BizTools system on Debtors Management. And if you have any queries at all on any aspect of the services that ESS offers to assist accountants meet this very important challenge of shifting some of your work income away from compliance work, taxation returns in particular, into offering a more rounded business advisory services to your clients, we have prepared the material to assist you to do that, and we look forward to having some conversations with you. Have a wonderful day today. Goodbye.